broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
That felt good.
Woo! Oh, look at that. Look at you
Grand finale. Wow.
It was a new
addition.
Okay, I caught on to it right away.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
The whole gang is back.
We are back, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to tonight's recap of our favorite dance show, Dance Moms, after show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. As you can see, we are energetic and in sync, ready to bring you this after show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So please keep subscribing to our channel. You guys have been doing so well. We're actually number 5 here.
Yeah, out of the top.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have your text. I didn't have your number to text you. The other day when I came in, I saw on the poster that we're one of the top 5 shows here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
So you guys have been watching us. Yes. So we thank you so much. We are in the top 5 out of all the shows here at AFTERBUZZ. I mean, they do like 20 million weekly downloads in 200 countries, and out of all the shows, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually almost 30 million downloads these days.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
The 20 million was
We're
older.
killing it, basically.
Wow.
And it's all thanks to you guys.
Yes.
We're killing it, but wouldn't it be cool to be like number 3 too?
Wouldn't it be cool to be number 1?
let's just put
Yeah, number 1. Well, keep watching, keep
mean like Maddie
subscribing. What'd you say?
I said like Maddie Ziegler.
We'll be,
right.
we'll be at the top of the AFTERBUZZ TV pyramid.
You guys, we're like Maddie Ziegler, and we are perfectionists, and we do not like to lose, so we need to go from number 5 to number 1.
Yes.
We don't want our little sister shows to beat us out.
Right. So we appreciate your feedback. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. I'm Candice Camacho. Whoop, whoop. You can tweet me at Candice_Camacho. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, I'm JJ Snyder. You guys, great to see you. At J2 Snyder on Twitter and Instagram. Please talk to me.
And look who's back. I am Tony Moore, and you can find me at Lounging with Tony on all social media platforms.
That's fantastic. Look who's here again, as per usual. I am Christy Olson, and you guys can chat with me at Christy Reports. I love to hear from you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on there and start chatting about episode 26,
Oh my
season
God.
5.
Episode 26?
Yeah,
Does this thing end?
26. Well, it was funny. I read on one of the blogs when the girls were talking about that it's 5 weeks to nationals, and somebody was like, 5 weeks to nationals, does that mean like the ending is actually longer than we think? You know, because
Oh, boy.
And I saw someone else say, 5 weeks to nationals, that sounds like a long time away.
yes.
Yeah.
It's going to swing by, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, usually, you know, they set the end date, and then there's nationals, which is 2 more, and then like the reunion.
We got a reunion.
Yes.
And then the opening of the ALDCLA.
Oh, yes.
You know will happen. So.
Where we are all at. Woohoo.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
That was a fun day.
But guys,
Yeah.
where in the world is Abby Lee Miller?
What?
where in the what?
Where?
Hold on.
Where is that?
Where did she go?
I think if she was under the table, we'd be able to see her.
Yeah. What did you guys think? Did you like the break from Abby?
I think
We are sorry
interception,
about that, y'all.
Sorry.
I think Abby needed a break, and I think Kendall said it best. I think she's just overwhelmed with stuff, and so I think she definitely needed some time away.
Yes, well, I can second that overwhelming feeling myself. We should give Abby a 2-year-old and see how she does with that.
Try to potty train the 2-year-old like Candice is doing right now.
Yeah, it's very difficult. So I understand that. I've used that term overwhelming many times just today.
How are things for you, Candice Camacho?
Overwhelming. Hashtag.
Well, you know what was nice though too is that it gave us a chance to kind of see everybody fend for themselves a little bit, and Candice, were you saying that it was nice to see Gianna step forward?
Yeah, it was really great to see what her coaching style is with the girls, and even in dealing with the moms. You know, she's still quite a young girl, and she handled it all with maturity and yes. Gosh, I was really feeling bad for her though.
I was too, especially when she kept claiming that she hadn't talked to Abby. She didn't know where she was when we probably know she knows exactly where she was, but she she can't say like she's down in the dumps, she's at her boyfriend's house,
And both of the ladies were very insulted by the moms trying to bring in to Sandra. Both Gianna and Abby were. But Abby got to kind of go home and get kicked off and take some time out, and Gianna still had to go in and deal with all this. So she really had I was backing her.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it opens with Kira and Kalani absent from the big fight, and when I was interviewing Kira at the opening of the ALDC, it was so clear that she's just not into the drama whatsoever, and so I really wasn't surprised that they weren't there, but I did have a feeling that they would make their comeback.
I mean, I mean, I can honestly say that Kira is, like she said, she's really there just because Kalani wants to be there.
She is.
And Kira doesn't really want to be a part of like all the drama and all of the stuff that comes with being a dance mom. Like, she's just there because her daughter really wants to be there.
She's kind of like a reluctant reality TV star in a way, right? She kind of has one foot in and one foot out,
which is pretty rare.
Yeah, tell us.
You're either all in or all out.
Yeah, I mean, I cover all the crazy reality shows for AfterBuzz TV, and usually everyone is so desperate and clamoring for attention. I use the word attention whore quite often on those other shows. Kira is the exact opposite of all of that.
It's truly true that she wants no idea or wants nothing to do with it. But good news, the girls are headed to Sheer Talent, and it's solo week and no group number, and of course they put the pressure on them that the Nationals is five weeks away, and whoever does well at this competition may have a solo at Nationals, and that's always the girls' main goal is to have that solo.
Yep. So really, they're competing amongst each other this week. Right.
And JoJo is opening, and I had no idea what this was, but Kids Bop at Downtown Disney. So she was doing like a little performance for that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It's just her like on their stage.
The opening number.
Yeah, she was opening for them,
and it's just sort of an indicator. She's on Disney's radar. That can be big time stuff.
It can be.
I said that preview that she's going to have her own sitcom someday.
Her own little spinoff. I kind of wish the girls would just have their own spinoff.
Yes, when they showed that scene of them all at the beginning of the rehearsal, chatting.
Just chatting.
They've gotten so mature, and you want to hear that. It was like little girl talk dish.
It was cute. And the little slumber party scenes, those are cute too.
Those are super cute. I know. I hate to say this, but I think a lot of people feel like it'd be nice to have Abby gone a little bit more. I don't mean, out.
Because
then the whole world would crumble. But, but it's nice. It kind of breaks up the drama.
It was a different dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, there was a little bit of drama going on because this, in Jill's eyes, was supposed to be Kendall's week because her single dropped, and she wanted Kendall to get the attention that Mackenzie got when she had, her song, and they're very disappointed. That she's not there. Abby's not around to support her and to gush and to give her gifts and cupcakes. Did you guys think that was very disrespectful as Tony covers up his yawn?
Say it.
It's very cold in here, so like whenever cold weather is around, like I tend to yawn more. And that's really bad because it comes across as like I'm bored with you guys, but I'm just like, I'm a little cold. Cold weather is a signal for me to go to sleep.
That's okay.
But I actually didn't understand where it was coming from, that it was Kendall's week. Like, just because her single was dropping, like, so it's supposed to be all about Kendall.
Wasn't it her week when she had the music video premiere?
Yeah.
I know. I kind of felt that way too. I honestly felt like they were just trying to reunite a little bit of a fight between Jill and Holly.
Since they
I really
didn't have
did.
that.
Yes.
Because Nia had the
meeting with Mikey and Coco Jones.
Yeah. And Shangela coming
And they had them paired against each other so long, so it's kind of like, let's stir that up again.
And even this idea that it should be someone's week, I keep thinking, where does that even come from? Can it just be the team's week? And why? That's a production thing.
Right.
That's like, okay, on this episode we're shooting this week, it's going to be so-and-so's week. So that's another thing that's kind of been implanted in their brain.
Yeah.
Because Maddie always has like her special opportunities, and so the moms, they want that for their child.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was a ploy to like stir the pot and get some kind of juicy drama going.
And it worked.
Yeah, it sure did. So you guys already said it, but Nia has that meeting with Coco Jones, and they want her to start rapping. I thought that was like a really cool idea.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Coco Jones she's a fantastic vocalist. So gorgeous. Yeah.
She was funny on the computer cam. She had a lot of personality.
She did.
And Nia's so excited. I mean, Nia's like really lighting up. Like,
I think this is an exciting time for Nia because she's able to kind of explore something else outside of dance, and I think it's something that's catered to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is... I kind of feel like Holly made the right decision to just kind of go with a different team of people and just allow Nia's inner diva, to kind of pop out, and I think she's enjoying that.
Yeah. It is time that she got that.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Kira and Kalani show back up, and they have a little they have a little talk, and Kira's like, anything more said about you, and we're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kira's like that. I told you guys about Australia when she was like, "Nope, we're not filming today." I was like, So it happens.
Yeah.
But that's how these production companies and the producers on site in these situations control people. It's you've signed a contract and you won't be in this episode, and money, and attention. If you don't care about that, they have no leverage over her.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's not doing anything.
That reminds me of, we had a really interesting conversation after the show a couple weeks ago, the three of us, and I think you're out of town. Otherwise, you would have been there. Okay.
Got it.
But you were mentioning to me also on reality shows that sometimes, like, there's negative motivation. Like, if you don't do this, Kira, you won't be in the next couple episodes, or we're gonna kind of, put you on the fringe. But there's also positive motivation of like, hey, if you propose to your spouse on TV, we will sponsor you with the ring, or we will pay for your honeymoon. So it's really interesting to hear what might go on behind the scenes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, it reminds me of the show Unreal. I don't know if you guys are watching.
Yes.
Oh, I've never seen that.
So good.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
So good.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
I'm like still reeling over Monday's episode.
Oh, don't tell me yet. I
it's good. It's
Tell
good.
Candice the basic premise.
Unreal
it's kind of meta.
it's like The Bachelor, but it chronicles the production staff. So it's a scripted show about the production
About
of an
a reality
unscripted
show.
Oh, that
and what
sounds
goes on behind the
interesting.
scenes between like the executive producers and the PAs, and how the producers manipulate the contestants. It's telling.
You know what? They
Very
should
telling.
hire Abby Lee Miller as a consultant on that show.
Oh my gosh.
She would give them the juiciest situations.
If anyone knows how to bring the drums.
Yeah.
What time is it
probably
on?
be too expensive,
That show.
though.
10
I don't know. I just
on
DVR.
Mondays?
Yeah, it's on Lifetime.
But
Okay.
if you
And we
have
do
time
have an
warning, it's on
AfterBuzz
demand.
show for it right here at AfterBuzz TV, folks. So check it out if you're watching that show.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at some point, Shangela shows up.
Yes.
And I love it.
This is my favorite part of the episode.
Shout out to Shangela.
Yes.
I tried to see if she was in town so that she could come
that would
in
be
today.
so fun.
But she's in London, so shout out to Shangela.
What is she doing in London this week? I wonder?
Oh, she is
can only
probably
imagine.
performing at some club in London. She's consistently traveling everywhere. So.
Her weave was like off the hook.
It was her
Was it a
Ariel Day
wig?
hair.
Yeah, as was that makeup. the blue that was like on fire.
And I like the outfit.
Yeah.
She had the glitter encrusted corset.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
yes,
really great
yes.
legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
to be that fabulous.
it's really about the attitude.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
The originator of Nia's Shablam.
Yeah, so Shangela has had quite an impact on Nia's career and the way she feels about herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I kind of just keep thinking, if the moms want to keep bringing these other people in, and it seems like it's a beneficial thing, maybe they should be doing it, why do they even want Abby to come back? Why do they feel that they need Abby? Why stick with Abby?
Well, for the
if you want to bring
name
Cassandra
and-
in and you
yeah.
want to bring Shangela in, like, just go do that.
I think we will see everybody like breaking away, and everybody is, and I think eventually they won't need her, and I think that's one reason why so many of them are considering to not come back for a season 6 if there is one. You know,
I think that they do. I think they do need her. It is inevitable. I mean, I just noticed in this episode how, as people compete in the teen division, like the girls are going to grow up and move on. At least this batch of girls. But I mean, Abby really does have a name and history in this circuit. I mean, you know, there's got to be a lot of just logistics that go into being part of
that.
a team, that competes on this level.
But anyway, Shangela wants Nia to, channel that inner diva. Like Beyonce, her little name is Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
And Shangela's is Laquifa. And so Nia, she wants Nia to have one.
Yeah.
Do you guys have one, by the way?
Like an alter ego?
Yeah. I know you have one, Christy.
You guys,
You know what? I think my regular ego is like probably outrageous enough. I'm probably regular Christy is annoying enough. I don't need to create any other personalities that may be even more outrageous.
Or
ridiculous.
I actually did a alter ego photo shoot for my birthday one year, and I was like a backup dancer and an androgynous singer.
Oh, wow.
So I had like this like mohawk and like this like eye makeup and all that kind of stuff.
Did you feel like you were projecting a different person from inside?
I was. I feel like, that inner like performer, like inner Beyonce-esque, person that's inside kind of came out in the photo shoot.
Okay,
That's cool.
So you will bring the photo next week.
Yeah. We would love to see that.
I mean, if I can get it to them now, I'll send it to them now.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I want to say that I really found this inspirational. Like, I've never played with having an alter ego, but I loved how it was like, I just felt like she took Nia and said, like, now just create like a more brave, exciting, unapologetic version of yourself.
Yeah.
I think everyone should do that.
Yeah.
I agree.
That is great. So I'm going to work on mine this week. Do you have one?
I've toyed around with the idea, definitely, like, in the past, but nothing, like, really materialized for me, but...
Was it when you were working on the bar in Las Vegas, like Coyote Ugly?
No, I think it was when I used to show up to, like, auditions with like amazing, beautiful girls, and there was like hundreds of them, and I was like, I want to go home.
But I like what you guys are saying. You're saying that it's more really about getting rid of your inhibitions than about like creating another persona.
Yeah, it's more about you kind of have that inner person that it's opposite of. I mean, it's you, but it's kind of opposite of what you portray daily to kind of give you that extra confidence, that extra like zhuzh to kind of like go out there and do it. I think we have that like as hosts, like we have this persona about us when we're in front of the camera, and we're not fearful, no holds bar, and then at home we're just kind of chilling.
Yeah, and then we're
like turning it on.
Yeah.
We walked to the car and we're like, shy. No, I do love this though. I'm super inspired. I think that's something cool that drag queens can give, like it's a little gift. Like I saw that musical Kinky Boots.
I love Kinky Boots. Yeah, I saw it.
I felt like reminded as a woman, like almost like they showed me a good way to be a woman. Like be unapologetic about yourself.
Yeah.
Like it was inspiring.
Yeah, I think I did that a little bit when I started wearing high heels more, because before I was like kind of like cowering, but now I'm just we're going to commercial, actually.
This is a special thing we're doing
Yes,
tonight.
a very special thing. We will be right back.
See you in a second, guys.
Want to find out what the AFTERBUZZ is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call at 347-855-8269.
This television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Get in on the AFTERBUZZ. 347-855-8269.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
Listen on iTunes.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from?
Find us on Facebook.
Your husband or your best friend?
Follow us on Twitter.
And then she's trying to kill him, so it justifies it. I'm like, oh, now it makes sense.
And visit us at AFTERBUZZTV.com.
The wig. Don't let that wig come off, baby.
Boardwalk Empire.
Desperate Housewives.
Glee.
Gossip Girl.
Breaking Bad.
Mad Men.
True Blood.
The Walking Dead.
Big Love.
Jersey Shore.
The Oscars.
Celebrity Rehab.
The Emmys.
If it's hot, you can bet we'll be buzzing about it.
Want to find out what the AFTERBUZZ is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call at 347-855-8269.
This television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Get in on the AFTERBUZZ.
347-855-8269.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
Listen on iTunes.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from?
Find us on Facebook.
Your husband or your best friend?
Follow us on Twitter.
And then she's trying to kill him, so it justifies it. I'm like, oh, now it makes sense.
And visit us at AFTERBUZZTV.com.
The wig. Don't let that wig come off, baby.
Boardwalk Empire.
Desperate Housewives.
Glee.
Gossip Girl.
Breaking Bad.
Mad Men.
True Blood.
The Walking Dead.
Big Love.
Jersey Shore.
The Oscars.
Celebrity Rehab.
The Emmys.
If it's hot, you can bet we'll be buzzing about it.
Welcome. Welcome back, everybody. You know, we are a live show, and we were just having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
We were, but I think cool commercials only happen for shows that are like rated number 5.
Yes,
Like
rated number 5, but on their way to 1.
That's right.
yeah.
On the way to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah. Do we have that picture for you?
I couldn't send it. Like,
Okay.
I was able to show you guys, but I
Okay.
couldn't send it. But
Could you
I
just
will-
explain to people?
and it's really, really good.
It was
so
cute.
we'll show that to you all next week.
Yes,
yes.
we'll show it to you.
Yes.
Before we move on, they named Nia's inner goddess Chica Mika.
Miss Chica
yeah.
Mika's on Fleeka.
Yes.
Yeah, cute.
Did you guys think it was like super annoying that the moms were really annoyed about this individual attention that Nia was getting?
Yeah.
I was like,
I understood that was their rehearsal time and their rehearsal space, and maybe they should go somewhere else if it wasn't something that was for everyone.
Yeah.
But they were having fun, and Abby's not there. Who cares? I mean,
But
I
it
don't
was-
know.
it's like a free for all, you know?
Yeah, right?
But honestly, it was Nia's time.
Yeah.
So,
To be in the studio?
Yeah. So it's not like, she was taking up someone else's time. In fact, if you really want to be technical, Nia was wasting her own time that she could have spent on her solo.
That's
to
a
then
great
have this
point, Mr.
interaction
Moore.
With Shangela. So
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think it was taken away from any of the girls. I'm sure they were. It's almost like Nia would have been in there anyway, whether Shangela was in there or whether she was working on her solo.
And Nia was having a breakthrough. What
She
they did,
was.
they did in that
She
room.
genuinely
Something
was.
else out with
Yeah.
her,
And
so.
I thought the moms were
great
being
stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was really cute. I know about the eyebrows, like her little wrap was so cute.
Yeah.
I thought the moms were being rude. I was like, just let them have their time.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's not like somebody's going to be fair or, like, oh, well, Shangela's here and let me just step out into the hallway in the bathroom and have my little, time. They've all had their time. And this is Nia's time.
Yep.
So before we move on to the amazing competition with the 5 solos, we should probably talk a little bit about Melissa getting accused of lying because because we know full well that Melissa probably has had contact, or at least Maddie, with Abby. Some mutual friends that we have no idea went out with Abby, but Melissa still hasn't talked to her.
What did you guys think? Do you think Melissa really talked to Abby that week or not?
I was torn between 2 scenarios. Either production, she has talked to Abby and production told her not to tell anyone or not to say it, so that's why she got caught in a weird situation. Or that she's mad that she hasn't talked to Abby, that Abby won't answer her phone calls, and she's upset about that, and she's insulted, and that's why she kind of got crazy about it. So I don't know, it kind of goes both ways for me, but either way, she didn't want to do it in front of the kids, and that I thought was a good step in the right direction from sort of where we've been going to. However, it still got crazy, and she dropped an F-bomb and a B-bomb in front of the children after saying, let's not do this in front of the kids.
Right.
I have a theory.
Spill it.
Let's hear it.
I think that regardless of whether Abby was there or not, or taping or not, there still work had to be done. So she was in touch with someone, because someone had to know that this week was solos. Production doesn't make that decision or call. You know, someone had to have been in touch with Abby. Someone knows why Abby wasn't there, and it was just kind of downplayed. Like, no, I haven't heard. So I don't know if it was Melissa. I don't know if it was Gianna or maybe one of the other moms, but I know it wasn't production, because we all know how Abby feels about production. But someone was in touch in order to make sure that everything that needed to happen happened.
There was one little blurby I read online this week where Abby was quoted as saying about last week that there was an altercation and the producer threw me out. So that's maybe a little tidbit too, is that Abby feels like she was told to leave.
Yeah.
And maybe told not to come back, or maybe not to come back until you cool down, or whatever it was. So that could be an element to this too, is Abby's like, I didn't leave. They told me to leave.
Yeah.
She has definitely come out in the press recently and said there will be episodes where I am gone from the show. So I think that's what we're seeing, right? And whether or not, well, first of all, I'm dying to know what she's doing since she isn't there, because how can you keep that woman out of the room?
Right. She didn't sound very good at the end of the show when Maddie called her. She sounded like she was, you know, a couple beers under, a couple kegs under.
Is she a drinker?
Ooh.
That's a yes. That's a bottle a night yes.
I mean, I think she's a social drinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
You have a cocktail or something, you know.
I think everyone drinks in Australia. When you visit Australia.
Tony and I are on diet, so we're not drinking right now.
Although right now I am thinking about a Red Baron pizza and chocolate chip cookies with tropical punch.
Listen.
And I think the audience is going to agree that you will have deserved that at the end of this show. So I think you should just do it.
No, but
I'm going to tweet you.
And please tweet your support to Candice and Tony on their diets. But I will tell you, this is why I cannot diet, is because if I diet, I will be eating a Red Baron pizza at the end of the night. You know what I mean? But you're
we're good, Tony.
You're good. No, you're good.
We're good.
Red pizzas aren't good though.
So let's get to the good stuff. The solos. Yes. The exciting stuff. Finally, what we all watch the show for, the dances.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so Miss Kalania's up with Rain, or R-E-I-G-N.
Yes.
Rain, like a
Not
goddess.
rain like raining on your head, but
rain like a queen.
Yes.
Like I am superior.
Yeah.
Wearing sort of a Snow White-ish costume.
Beautiful costume.
Wasn't that not
I
dead?
love the costume. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the music. I saw an extra push from her that I hadn't, that I have been wanting to see, but I felt like she stepped it up a notch because of, won the fight. She wants to stay. She really likes Abby. And then she also wants a solo at Nationals as well. And then she had one less day to rehearse. So she really wanted to step that up. But gorgeous lines as usual, but really just in her own category for the dance. I mean, just really like flawless, effortless. I love the extension.
Okay.
And she held it. And then I thought she was going to go into a back bend, and then she went and did something else.
She she rolled back down.
Yeah, she rolled back down.
That was the most amazing moment in the dance. I wonder if Gianna choreographed that for her.
I think so.
Yeah, she had another cool extension where she, I think, used her arm on her leg before that too, but and held it. For a really long time.
Usually when you're that flexible, you're not that strong. Like usually you're one or the other, but she's she's great with both.
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed it so much, and I thought it was beautiful. I think Kalani dances beautifully all the time.
For sure.
But the costume and just the way she was and the way she carried herself, and I think that push that you're talking about came from the fact that she missed a day of rehearsals. So she really wanted to like push herself and really like do a really good job. So.
Agreed. Okay, then we have Mackenzie.
Well,
superstar.
I would just like to interject, if I may, from our chat room. Fluttering Fish says, Mackenzie shouldn't be in pigtails anymore.
Exactly.
I agree.
Especially if they want to try to portray her. They're always telling her, you have to dance more mature and you have to be bigger and you have to seem older. Then they put her in these pigtails and this little tutu.
Yes. Pigtails are out of style.
And that.
You know, now we've got those like fun things that you can put on your head, and you know, like Maddie always gets those like gorgeous headpieces with feathers. Yeah, but
does she ever?
But when Mackenzie stepped out on the stage, I felt like she was performing to win.
Yes, and she was trying to give that older dancer vibe, and she really gave the attitude in the face, and her little mannerisms were very sassy.
Yeah, she's getting
the pigtails. Killed it. She was great. She was good. It was like the styling.
That's
did her
interesting.
Disservice.
She also had that. She had a really puffy like crinoline on back, but I mean it was almost excessive puff, which was cute, but it added to the childlikeness. But did you guys notice too her exit from stage? Speaking of her being like having a little more mature attitude and confidence, she did the sassiest exit. She was like. Bam.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice if she stubbed her toe or not?
I did.
You did?
I noticed it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Not the first time I watched, no.
I noticed.
Yeah.
There was a slight stubble.
Yes.
But I also felt like her dance was like just a hair rushed.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
There was a lot of elements there.
Yeah.
So Lifetime on their website tonight, I saw they did like a video GIF of her in that slipping moment, and they titled it something like "Floor a Little Slippery," the stub the toe moment.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how they're presenting it.
The toe moment was not a big deal. I mean, and I felt the performance was so amazing. Like you don't really need to concentrate on it. But I didn't like her sister's comment that it was funny. In the back. That was not cool.
She didn't like it either.
Yeah, no. Mackenzie was like, what?
But it's so funny because when Maddie said that, I almost kind of thought like she was up next. So you know how you just say something and you just kind of rush off? Like she was like, oh no, it was funny. And then she's just like,
Yeah, leaves her hanging.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, let's talk about this.
What do you mean it's funny?
I didn't think she meant anything malicious, but I just thought it was total older sister, maybe even trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Got it. All right, Kendall's up with a Welcome to My Life. And being this was supposed to be Kendall's week, according to her mom, which we don't agree with. She executed it well, but I feel like her choreography is really not up to speed with the other girls, and her movements are so short. Like she doesn't have any like length. Like the other girls get these like long arms and long legs, and everything is just like little. And I don't feel like it flows. I feel like it's just several like jerky type movements.
And see, when that's mentioned, I almost feel like it's like a slap in the face to Gianna because Jill was like, I don't think it's the choreography is like competition worthy, but it's kind of like a slap in the face to the person who has had to set 4 other different pieces plus this one, and all trying to make sure that they're executed well and that everyone has something to perform.
That's true, Tony, but Kendall always gets these types of solos even when they're not all 5 doing them.
Well, is it because they're catering this choreography and stuff to how Kendall is as a dancer?
Well, I mean, times are a-changing. They should be, you know?
Yeah.
Her choreography just always sort of seems like an afterthought. Maybe is that what you're saying? Like someone choreographed 5 dances and that was the last one and it was late at night and they wanted to go to bed. Like it's just too simplistic in general, I think, her choreography is. And I do believe she could do more, but perhaps it is because that's the level that they feel that she's at.
I think there's a little bit of a magic too about the choreography, like because it works for that person's body, because it works for that style. Like, and maybe it's like somehow she's not being shown off, but is it because they're maximizing what she's got? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They do give the same exact style of choreography to the same girl every single week.
Did you guys notice though? I really noticed it on hers. There was like a clubbiness to the music in a lot of the numbers this week. Like hers in particular. There was it was like a club beat. There was the music was different.
Yeah, it was.
I thought their costumes would have all gone together well. Like they could have danced a group dance all in those individual costumes. I was like, was that part of the plan or those something else?
I was like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
If they did like a fairy tale, like they did. They did Snow White. No, they did the Seven Dwarfs a couple of seasons ago. So almost if they wanted to do like a fairy tale kind of like group number, they all could have just kept on those same costumes and told their own individual stories.
They could have been little fairies.
Yeah.
So quickly backstage, Jill makes the comment that, Mackenzie, I told your mom that you stubbed your toe, and then I had to bring it up. It's like, it's just so ridiculous that a girl like Mackenzie can perform like she does at her age, and then you have to point out a flaw. I think that's really uncalled for.
Well, according to Melissa, the other moms want to push her children under the bus. However, I feel that it's been a few months since it's such a long season since I've explained to everyone about Frankenbites. So I feel the need to go on my Frankenbite rant again because this one was ridiculous. If you roll back her saying that, it literally, I just have to look at the words again so I can do this right. Well, Mackenzie, the other moms like to push you under the bus.
Was it that broken up?
Or it was at least came from 3 or 4 different pieces of audio. And it was very clear. A lot of you guys probably caught it. It was bad. It was clearly pieced together from other things she had said. And she must have said something to that effect because then Jill did say, we're not pushing them under the bus. But they shortened that or made it a little more dramatic. There's something in there where it just sounds ridiculous.
Good
And I want you guys to all go back and watch it again and listen to that so that you can educate yourselves about reality TV production.
So you know what that?
Yes.
I love that. You know what that? Good catch.
When she said Frankenbites, I thought of pizza rolls and pigs and
Oh my gosh, Tony.
You know what?
Lemon water, Tony.
I'm going to gain weight because of your diet because now you're talking about food and now I'm hungry.
I know.
There are cookies in the lobby. You know that, right?
No eating after 7.
Okay, so knowing that was a Frankenbite, and I just kind of feel like I'm going to take that whole situation with a grain of salt.
Yes, as you well should.
With Melissa.
That is responsible media
Producers.
consumption, JJ.
Even the chat roll says producers.
Yeah. I would love to come here and just talk about the dances. But then, I think our fans want to hear about everything, especially people listening to, the podcast.
This is just a really funny one. Someone said, Jill is sipping on Haterade.
She is always stirring that.
That's kind of funny. Hey, we rely on her for sass on this show.
She's so cool, though.
While she's sipping that Haterade, she should have a seat.
She should have a glass of wine.
Glass of wine and a seat.
I feel like she would not be opposed to that glass of wine.
Yeah. I know, she's definitely a good time girl.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Nia's performance with the House of Voodoo.
I loved her performance. Yes. I loved her look. I loved her performance. I thought she reminded me of just this really spooky, New Orleans, voodoo priestess that's coming in and putting a spell on you. Yeah, I thought it was and of course Holly makes the comment of Abby should be gone every week because I finally get a good costume. And I'm like, Nia has had good stuff. Don't act like that, Holly.
Right.
She's always in the same spot of the pyramid, but she's had some good stuff.
She's had some great stuff.
Yeah.
She has.
I think Holly just wants to be in charge.
Yeah.
Holly wants to be there. She wants it to be the Holly, whatever the Dr. Holly. What's her whole long name? Her beautiful long name. School of Dance.
Yes.
Focused on Nia.
Holly and Nia.
Yes. You know what I thought? And this reminded me of, this is before you guys were on, but when I first started Dance Moms, I had asked someone to make a video of Brooke's single "I Hurt," but with all her faces, because Brooke used to do the I don't care face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would love for someone to put a video together of Holly's faces when she's watching the dances.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how she is?
Yeah.
She's almost kind of doing the dances with you, so she's kind of like...
That would be hilarious. Hilarious.
So, and this week, she was so proud of Nia this week.
She was.
Yeah.
She was very proud of Nia. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. That was a very good piece for Nia.
Yeah. Her face in the audience was like, she was like proud and also like, yep, she's breaking out.
That wasn't the Holly face. The Holly face was...
I don't know. This week I saw...
those are more backstage then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But while watching,
I feel for those moms because growing up, my sister showed horses, and I watched her show horses for years, and I would get extremely nervous when she was in a class watching it from the audience. If I was doing a class myself, I was fine. But for those moms, I wonder if they're nervous. They've got to be nervous.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Probably more so than the girls.
Yeah, they have to be nervous for their kids.
Because they're all a little bit, they kind of like the control. So when their daughter is out there dancing, they're not in control at all. But it is something that affects them and reflects on them very much so. So I think that's probably hard for them.
Yes.
They hide it pretty well, though. Because they usually, or at least they show the clips they show of them, they're proud, they're happy, they're...
Oh, they must get all the good clips. So, okay, then we have Maddie.
The golden child.
Our golden girl, yes. I loved that headpiece. I love the gold lipstick, the eyeshadow.
It's a little statue.
Yeah.
It was like, she's bomb.com, that girl. Man, so cute.
Great way to say it.
Yeah.
Her limbs literally got longer on stage. Like,
they did.
Her length is crazy amazing. Elegant.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah. She was going out. I loved seeing them when they are meaning business, when they're like going out to win. And that's what I saw from her.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't have to like step it up very often. She just goes out there and does her Maddie thing, and she usually wins. But there was some pressure this week because she's had a couple losses. A third place. I'm still not over it. My goodness gracious. Second before that to Mackenzie. Apparently that was all the motivation that she needed.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. I just have my note that I wrote was just perf as usual.
Perf as usual.
Perf as usual.
That's just Maddie.
Yeah. I mean, I think what contributes to her not being at the top of her game is just the past few weeks is just, doing so much and not, still sticking to class. And maybe even, I really do think that now the kids are at an age where they need to be taking classes from other people. They need to explore other stuff. Keep the basics, but I don't understand why Abby doesn't bring in different teachers for them. Like she did the other week with the guy that Vogue.
Yes, yeah.
That
he was
different
cool.
movement.
And that really brought out something different in the girls, we all thought.
And I think when you step out, differently, I think good things happen. For example, Nia. When she didn't sign with Abby and she and Holly went on their, we see a completely different side of Nia.
Exactly.
So,
well, we'll see.
different is good.
Yes. All right, let's get to the awards.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, in our junior category, Miss Mackenzie. She gets
With
first.
Pigtails.
Yay! I guess the judges didn't mind her pigtails. Or hers.
There's no surprise that she came sliding in first.
No, it wasn't. Kendall, preteen solo, third place.
I mean, that's good for
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then Maddie, first place.
Bam.
Of course, she's back on the winning streak.
Yes.
Where she should be.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
For sure.
And speaking of that, teen solos, Nia comes in sliding in second place. And our Kalani is first place.
Yeah, of course.
I was happy.
Awesome.
Of course.
I was really happy that she took first. I mean, I knew she would after seeing her performance, but with the fight and everything, I was just like, oh, that's a little feather in her cap, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Clean that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took a clean sweep.
And and that was Maddie's comment, right, when she got Abby on the phone, is we're back. Didn't she say that? We're back? Or,
Yeah. We got a clean sweep.
We're back.
Clean sweep.
So I wonder,
Clean
my DVR cut off for next week, so.
I know, mine did too.
Yeah. Anything else to say on this episode? No? Did we cover it all?
Oh, I just wrote down, it was hilarious, back in the dressing room, and then Holly, since it was kind of a Holly-centric episode, she said, I just have to say, I mean, I'm not bragging, but I just love Nia's dance.
Yeah.
But she really did.
Yeah. I'm glad to see her happy, you know.
For a change.
Yeah.
Well, then, of course, there's Jill, like, it was Kendall's week, and you guys made it all about you, and it's all about Kendall.
And then Holly.
She got hot under the collar. She was mad.
And then Holly's like, or she's talking about Nia, and Jill's like, this isn't about Nia, right here, right now. She's like squatting down in her heels, like packing or whatever. It's not about her right now. It's about
My gosh.
I don't know why, but in my head, I'm just flashing back to Abby Lee Miller and her bra. That's what I'm thinking about.
That is an image we will not soon forget.
Yeah, I flashed back to that too. And not in a good way.
Well, I do hate to see Jill disappointed. Her, demeanor is, I would like to see her happy and proud.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah. All right, that's a wrap.
Well, so, I just have a little piece of news.
News and
don't mind.
What you got?
Well, this is a little juicy tidbit about our former Dance Mom star, Chloe. Everyone, you all may have already seen this on her Instagram, but she has a boyfriend. Just like Abby Lee Miller, it is a 16-year-old Disney star, so she's not doing too bad for herself either. His name is Ricky Garcia, and he actually, apparently she's been getting some heat from his fans. We know that always happens. Selena had to deal with it with Justin, and it always goes that way. And he posted on Twitter, I think he said, I'm sorry if you don't like her, but please stop sending her these messages. And it's not even girls not liking her, probably because she's widely loved, but just that they're a little jelly. Jealous. But kind of a little bit more fun, he has been very open about it. He's 16 years old. He's posted a lot of pictures. He posted a photo with her and said, I miss her, whereas she's been a little bit quieter about the relationship, and that seems to be because of her mother, Christy, who in an interview not too long ago when Chloe was asked about Ricky, her mom sort of interjected and was like, she's only 14. So this is maybe kind of a hot little summer love, a little puppy love, and Christy's not so sure how she feels about it.
Well,
these girls are growing up.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
They are. Well,
the boys will come.
Speaking of Chloe, along with Maddie, were nominated as Choice Dancer for the Teen Choice Award.
Yes!
They will be going head to head, and I am certain that it will go to one of the two of them.
Yes. Let's all vote, you guys.
Exciting.
You guys let us know who you're going to vote for. I have to say I will vote for Maddie just because I am so much more familiar with her. So, I have such respect for her. So I will be voting
Christy,
for Maddie.
what about you?
My vote's going to go to Chloe. I really like what she's doing now with her positive message and the way she interacts with her fans. I think she's going to be a very respected star in whatever she ends up doing. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm torn because I used to be very team Chloe. Chloe danced so beautifully when she was on the show, and I'm sure she's still doing that. But of course, there's Maddie, as well. So I don't know. I'm team Chloe Maddie.
Do you have an opinion yet?
Claude.
I like it. Well, I really love that Chloe broke away from the negativity and that she didn't let anything stop her, and she's done lots of great things with her talents, and she was on an interview with the Today Show or somebody, and she didn't she could have bashed Abby and she could have bashed a lot of the girls, and I kept reading it, and I wanted to see like the the juicy stuff. I was like, what's she gonna say? What's she gonna say? The gossip, but there wasn't any. She's like, she really taught me a lot. She really did.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I really respect that.
Yes.
So I could be voting for her.
That's cool. You guys are voting for her character, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that Maddie is worldwide known now and is getting all these crazy opportunities and that have opened her up to more than just the Dance Moms fan base. But when you get down to it, these girls have the same fans. And a lot of the fans have stuck with Chloe. And I think she's got a good chance, but it'll be very, very interesting.
Yes.
These fans are very loyal.
Yes.
Like Paige, she has a YouTube that she just, shows different things, and the fans are like off the hook with her YouTube. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of YouTube, one last thing before we wrap up. Shane Davidson, who is an Australian interviewer, we actually met him while we were in Australia. He did an interview with Abby for his show. He's here in LA, and he just did an interview with Jeff Collins, who's the executive producer.
He's the one that hosts the reunions, right? Yeah.
He did an interview with Jeff Collins at Collins Avenue at his office. So you guys look up Shane Davidson Goes to Hollywood and look at his interview with Jeff Collins to find out just if there would be a season 6 or not.
Wow. No way.
Yeah. He did ask if there would be a season 6, and Jeff gave an answer.
Well, that's not our outlet. We don't need. Oh, well, I guess he's your friend. Okay. Go watch Tony's Friends interview, guys. It's okay.
And like us, because we like you guys a lot.
It's right
we love
here.
you.
It's right here.
Yes.
Where can they find you, Miss Christy?
Well, everybody, please tweet me, and you can check out my stuff at ChristyReports.com.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony.
Bye, guys, at JJ Snyder.
And I want to say a happy birthday out there to Philly T. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Phil.
He might be partially responsible for us being number 5.
Yeah, he
at
might
the top
be.
of the list.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Philly. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on my YouTube at New Mom, New Wife, New Life, being overwhelmed. No. You can tweet me at Candice_Camacho.
Hashtag overwhelmed.
Yes, hashtag overwhelmed. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll see you soon. Goodbye. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later. Good job.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.